Great. Just checking in with everybody. We're getting going right now. Hello, 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 beautiful souls and beautiful humans. Welcome, welcome to our full moon in Sagittarius, world service, light language transmission, and personal healing. Now, we've had a lot of fun going live. There's been a few interesting dodgy links in the collective. And, you know, this is about us owning our brilliance. Today, we're here to work with the amazing energy that this full moon is actually gifting us to not only own, but claim and surrender to our brilliance. So I wanted to talk a little bit around that and what that means so you can really set yourself up for receiving the healing and allowing yourself to get what you really need from this. So if you're new to these co-creation world service meditations, essentially I talk a bit to start with, and this is to activate what we're actually going to be doing. I recommend that you make some notes and allow yourself to really pay attention to the things that are wow moments for you. If there's something I say or I share that, you know, really kind of gets you, then please do share in the comments that that's something that has impacted you. Please also subscribe, hit the notifications tab. You are co-creating world peace with me here on this beautiful platform. If you don't know yet about StarPeace and what it's all about, Manifesting StarPeace Utopia, this is about each of us owning our idea of a personal paradise so we can create a collective paradise. And, you know, we do this through one intention at a time. Every full moon, we have an opportunity to clear up resistance to what it is we say we want. And every new moon, we have the opportunity to plant seeds in the direction of what we actually would like to create. So to set powerful intentions. Now, I do the new moon readings and seed activations in my Facebook group, which is called Manifesting StarPeace Utopia. So I'll make sure that there is a link for you to be able to join that. And in fact, I will do that right now, because that way, if you want to become a member, you can. And if you're not yet a member, you know, what goes on in there is gated. So that is a space for us. It is where we basically come into, well, a full allowance of what it is that we want to energize. Okay. So if that is something that you resonate with and something that you would like to participate in, then please do join. I'm going to just put in the text box here the link to join. And I'll aim to do that as well in the comments on YouTube. This is all new to me, so just bear with me on this. So what are we at in this owning our brilliance? Well, we've just had a Taurian new moon, okay? And that Taurian energy is all about us creating safety, foundations to grow from, like the sense of what do I need to thrive rather than what do I need to survive? And as we come into the energy of this full moon in Sagittarius, we get to utilize the energy of Archangel Michael in particular, but that burning away of what no longer serves us, that sacred fire that will allow us to go into the fear, into the doubt, into the destructive tendencies we have that create procrastination, that create delays, that create neutralizing of what it is we say we want, and actually just to torch it, to become trailblazers in the direction we want, rather than finding that we're constantly, you know, in a place where we're subduing ourselves because we're scared to step forward fully into our brilliance. So I'm going to, you know, go a little bit more into what brilliance actually means. And for those of you who don't know what I do, I guide awakening soul humans to live as their higher self. And what that means is to overcome their early life conditioning, their ego programming. Okay, ego, there's nothing wrong with. It's just self-identity, self-preservation. And, you know, what happens is every one of us lives a fated path until we choose to claim our soul destiny. We're all programmed from our time in the womb and our first 7 years of life to be a certain way until we choose to remember why we came here, what our purpose was. And every one of us at this point has a part to play in the co-creation of a new earth paradigm, which I call Paradise Earth. So, you know, from my point of view, clearing blocks to what you truly want, whether that's a baby, whether that's more money, whether it's a sacred union relationship, whether it's to start a soul business, whether it's to change career, whether it is to go traveling, whatever you have a longing for, like a deep longing for. That is a soul longing, okay? And what we want to do is we want to allow ourselves to go in the direction of what we want, because that will tell us really what we're here to do. It's part of the journey. For me, first of all, age 8, I had my daughter in my energy field from as young as I can remember. You know, I had her when I was 22 years old. I desperately wanted a baby, and that really brought me into the world of fertility, pregnancy, birth, all the yoga I taught for 20 something years in terms of supporting women and men to overcome issues around pregnancy, and also to birth consciously and nurture their babies, etc. And then I had a deep, deep longing for sacred union. And in the fact that I kept attracting relationships that were not great for me, I had to learn what was in the way. Why did I keep attracting what I didn't want rather than what I did want? And those are the bloodline stories that we keep living out until we seek out the healing that we need to put our soul in control, to live as our higher selves, and to co-create our reality consciously. And my beloved came in. Now, this is the point, is our soul purpose is revealed to us, if you like, one step at a time, our soul destiny. And when you are making the journey from 3D programmed self to 5D co-creating your reality consciously, there's all sorts of fun and games along the way. So sense of humor essential. And, you know, one of the beautiful things that happens when you choose to step onto this path of moving beyond feeling like life is happening to you and claiming it is happening for you, it's moving beyond the victim stories that we inherit and claiming our power, we get our superpowers. Okay, we all have superpowers, every one of us, whether you think you're an empath or you're sensitive to the world or whatever's going on, like whether you want to be more psychic, more intuitive, whether you hear voices, whether you see visions, like every one of us has extrasensory gifts, and those extrasensory gifts are part of our unique brilliance that we want to claim. Now, my particular passion after years of working, as I said, in the world of training, midwives, doctors, yoga teachers, parents in these positive intervention methods, conscious parenting, yoga to undo cellular memory, trauma, etc. I've moved more from that world into coaching and into reality crafting, but particularly my passion is working with the entertainment industry, with the influencers, the visionaries. Hello, everyone who's coming in. All the beautiful beings that are here to seed a new vision for the earth, because it's through entertainment, it's through us showing the way, a different way of being, that we can totally adjust the collective consciousness of humanity. And that means their expectation of what is normal. So just imagine for a moment, because this is my passion for this particular channel. It's why I've called it StarPeace and Manifesting StarPeace Utopia, or Co-creating StarPeace Utopia, is we can change our expectations subconsciously through the art forms that we get to see, right? So what we listen to, what we read, what we watch, and we can re-educate everybody to expect better, to move from surviving to thriving. My particular area is wanting to see the way pregnancy and birth and parenting and relationships are portrayed on screen, because we can actually start to expect to have a much better time of these experiences. We'll stop perpetuating trauma, and that includes the issue of getting pregnant. I know there's lots of celebrities that, you know, are doing all sorts to try and get pregnant, and this whole concept of trying, etc., is huge. And ultimately, all I say to it is, you know, we get what we expect. And I truly do believe that life imitates art. So if you're hearing things I'm saying here and going, oh, wow, please hit that like button, because, you know, this is how we get to create something else. We do it through positive narrative and shifting the stories we're telling to the collective. So we are imagining into being a world that we want to live in. That's the purpose of this channel and these co-creations. And we're doing it through our words and through the power of intention. Okay, so, you know, if you want to put into the comments box something that you want to energize in this world, something that you want to see happen in this world, please do, because everyone who lays eyes on it is energizing it. And put it in the present tense. I am co-creating the reality where, boom, boom, boom. And you can put things down for yourself. I am co-creating my personal paradox. So I'm co-creating the reality where I am feeling like I have plenty rather than just enough, where I am easily receiving whatever it is you need to receive. You're allowed to claim for you. So many of us who are here feeling that we have a purpose to support the ascension of humanity are so outward focused, seeking to help everyone else. We forget that without us, we can't actually fulfill our purpose. So as to quote Matthew McConaughey, get selfish to get selfless, right? Like knowing what you want and need so that you can thrive is going to allow you then to really be there for others. And you don't need to apologize for what that is. This is part of you owning your brilliance. So again, this is something that you are enjoying in what I'm saying. I've got here Nicole saying, I'm ready to earn my worth. Yeah, baby. And I'll say, well, what does that feel like to you? What does earning your worth mean? If you could break that down, what does that look like, you know, in terms of a weekly income or a monthly income? Like right now, what would that look like? And one of the things I'd love to say to people in the past is, have you ever considered what your weight in gold is worth? Right? So however many kilos or pounds you are, if you go and then look up the exchange rate for gold and buying gold, and you get a sense of how many million or hundreds of thousands you're actually worth, it's kind of cool, right? And it's like, ooh, let's just imagine that and like really get into that sense of there's plenty for everyone. And we've all been taught there isn't. We've all been taught in scarcity as our reality, and we're living that. So imagine turning that on its head. Nature is abundant. We do need to redistribute the way wealth, you know, is kind of distributed. We do need to learn how to channel resources that are natural resources in a way that everyone can benefit, for sure. We need to make smarter choices. Let's turn that into, we are making smarter choices. Okay, and I don't mean smart meters. We are making smarter choices. We are learning to share, to cooperate, to communicate, to collaborate. This is the world we're creating. But we come from a vision, right? That vision is what excites me, what inspires me. And my vision today that I wanted to share with you all as a world service is, imagine a world where everyone is connected to their soul light. Just imagine everyone knows they have a soul and everyone is choosing to be heart-led. And when we're facing conflict, because I believe in something called dynamic peace, where did that come from? My own consciousness. But when we're actually working with this idea of dynamic peace, we lean into discomfort. We lean into places we'd normally contract. Instead of seeing conflict as a reason to go against something, we seek to harmonize, we seek to resolve. And I don't mean in a way where one is usurping power over another. All right, that's not resolution. We create harmony. And the other thing I just want to say for all of you who are change makers, because one of the other areas of passion that I have is working with soul CEOs, working with those who are shifting, you know, the business world, the financial industry, the industries that all of us, you know, education, therapy, all the different things that are the structures and the pillars of our society are getting an upgrade. So just imagine if all those who are the decision makers in all of these pillars of our society currently, whether it's politics, whether it's education, whether it's financial system, whether it's the food industry, are soul-led, heart-inspired, soul-led leaders. Like what happens there, right? What can happen there is just wow. We get to really get excited about co-creating something phenomenal. And one thing I just want to say is, in the well-meaning intention of so many change makers and visionaries, we're still talking about fighting against cancer. We're still talking about fighting against racism, fighting against injustice, fighting against inequality. I saw this in the other day on like an eco product. You know, it's like an eco shampoo, and it was like against breast cancer. I'm like, when are we going to get the message? Right, that if we keep creating against and fighting, we keep creating division. What can we say instead? We're evolving beyond, right? We are healing. We are, you tell me, right? Like I don't need to come up with it all, but we're co-creating all of the time. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you who are participating in these co-creations, whether you join me live or whether you actually catch the replays. What you're doing with me is incredibly powerful. We send it into the crystalline grid. We send it out through the divine human heart grid. We send it out through the divine mind grid. Like these are phenomenal. The way I see them is like horizontal. It's really weird to describe, but it's like everyone is connected through these horizontal. They're not webs, but they're like. someone will have the word for it. It's just like we're all connected through them if we want to be, right? And it allows us to bring in that higher consciousness that allows us to create from love, from joy, from positive anticipation, rather than from fear, from lack, from anger, from division. So welcome to everyone who's been joining. I've got a couple of people here I just want to witness. So Nicole is saying, I'm harnessing the powers of creativity and spelling to provide grounding, upliftment and inspiration through a blog, podcast and workshops that share my journey, looking at mental health and creative expression as being intrinsic to our well-being. Aho, sister, loving that. Lara saying, I'm co-creating a world where my brilliance is seen, my story heard, and my song sung, paying me my weight in gold, which will then further co-create our paradise timeline. Starting this week with my gig at Strawberry Fair, I am brave and courageously stepping into this reality. Love you, love you, love you, Lara. Lara, why don't you put, I mean, I'll do this on the YouTube channel rather than here, but put your YouTube link in so people can check you out. And Nicole's saying, like, the mycelium network, Nicole, is what I call the crystalline grid. Okay, so that is all part of the same thing. And it's like strata is what comes out in my head, but it's not strata, it's stratospheric. Oh, anyway, you get what I mean. So we're going to get into our co-creation shortly. Just before I do that, there's a few things I just wanted to say to you all, which is, one, very recently I offered up a 3-day challenge called Heart-Led Soul Inspired Leadership Challenge. Okay, and it was a 3-day challenge which has culminated in 4 mini practices that are really, really cool. One for turning fear using fear as fuel for your dreams. Another one for radiating the frequency that magnetizes to you what you want. Another one for tuning into your higher self. And another one just for shaking fear off and resetting your baseline. Now, all of them are less than 12 minutes long. So if you know me, I do longer videos, right? So they're all really short practices. They're yours if you want them. I'll put the link in the comments on YouTube as well, so you can access them. And basically, you know, check out what I'm actually saying in them, because one thing I've noticed, for us to really claim our brilliance, we have to get out of overwhelm. Like, I find that we're living in this world of constant information overload, to the point that I can't even read a book or listen to a podcast right now. It's like, just need to be in me. And in that being in me, my inner authority speaks to me. And I have to stop hearing what everyone else tells me I should do and just show up through that inner guidance, trusting completely that what it's saying is the right thing. Because if we're all doing the same thing, everyone's following the same, you know, instructions in the out there noisy place of constant creation of more and more and more and more and more, then we cancel each other out. We need to hold our energy and show up in the way that really feels right for us, and trust the right people will see us. That's something that I feel is really important to share. And I have, what else was I going to share with you all? Oh, I have just recreated, well, some of you will know this, but we've gone through a 6-month process of recreating my signature program, Fearless, Loved Up and Free to Be Me. It has now been upgraded, so it's like on cosmic steroids, and it's called Fearless, Loved Up and Limitless. And what was once a 4-month program became a 6-month program, and that's a 12-month program. Now, I'm very excited about it. So again, I'm going to put it in the comments for you all to check out, because this is the invitation for those of you who are like, right, I'm ready to put my soul in control of my life. Yes, I want more of this, I want more of that, I want more of that. But I also recognize those things will come from me being plugged in on the deepest level, where I need to be plugged in, so I can self-navigate through uncharted territory. And that is then what brings you the things that you want. But it's not because you're directly focusing on, I want more money, I want more this, I want more that. I've really found that I've had to look at what I desire and then see what's in the way of that, the conditioning that said why I can't have it, and then to detox and reprogram that. And everyone who's here in my community is a starseed. So I call us starseeds. I basically say we have evolved beyond the duality and the conflict of the frequency of this planet. just by nature of the amount of times we've incarnated as souls and the work that we've done. But we come here on a volunteer mission in order to support the ascension of humanity. What all of us do is we buy into the karma drama of our bloodlines, and that means we tend to have a pretty tough early life before we seek out the healing that will allow us to actually evolve beyond those stories. So anything that you're currently challenged by, know that it's there to help you to actually recognize what you're already a master of. And the main thing is to keep asking for the support, okay? But something that came through yesterday in this is asking the right questions. It's not, why is everything so hard all the time, right? That's not the right question. The question is, what is it that I'm currently doing? Or how is it that I'm currently seeing things that is creating more challenge in my life, more difficulty? And I will make a separate video about being in the void. I just made one for my inner circle community about it. But when you do go on a journey of deprogramming and reprogramming, you go through periods of time called the void, when your old world ain't working for you anymore. You're stepping into your new world, but it hasn't fully materialized yet. And it's a scary place. It's uncharted territory. And it's how you hold the frequency of your intention. Sorry, it's how you hold your intention and maintain a frequency that allows that intention to materialize, instead of having a frequency that's in your old world and an intention in your new world, in which case they cancel each other out. This is very important for those of you who are seeking to be conscious co-creators or already on that path. And that's exactly what Fearless, Loved Up and Limitless is about. And it's exactly why I offer my desire mapping calls to people who are serious about wanting to work with me. Now, I have actually created 2 other calls, because I know in this world where there's so many people doing so many things, having a bit of personal contact with someone first would be really helpful, just to have an experience of what is possible. So this is hot off the press. They're not even on my website yet, and I just wanted you to know about them. One of them is Awaken the Magic in You with 222. So this is a £222 call, which is about your soul activation. It's about your StarSeed activation. I'll put the details of it in the comments so you can work it out. And the other one, so that's purely about beliefs and blocks to actually what you want. It's getting you very clear about where you are, where you want to be, what's in the way, and what steps you really need to take. So belief breakthroughs is what this particular call is about. And, you know, if it's something you would like to know more about, just put a comment. Let me, you know, join my mailing list on Rosy Glow, or join my Manifesting StarPeace Utopia Facebook group. And that way you can contact me and we can arrange a session. And the other one that I've come up with is Activate Your Divine Destiny Ride for 555. It's like bingo. This is really about your soul calling. This one is a reading. This also comes with a co-creation meditation that bespoke for you. You know, I don't normally offer things at this kind of price. You can go to the Rosanna Hannis website to find out more about that. But essentially, you know, this is my invitation to bring more of you into my community, to actually get a bit of a connection with me. And I really only have 10 slots between the two, okay, because my diary just gets super full. So if it's something that you would like to participate in either of these different ideas, check out the comments where I'll be putting more information, and actually check out the text box below this video as well, and it will all be there. Okay, so finalizing the keynotes. We normally do a little cacao blessing as well, don't we? So let's actually do that quickly now, and then I'll bring in the final keynotes around brilliance, and we'll go into our co-creation and world service. So if you want to start with your feet uncrossed, just rub your hands together, firing up your left and your right side of your brain. Remember that neurons that fire together wire together. And then take a deep breath in, stretch up. And just gently yawn your body awake. So just wake up, allow yourself to stretch and open, push that glass ceiling away. And feel what it's like to create the space for more light in your body. And bring your hands, shoulders down, shoulders round even. The wings of your heart. And now bring your hands to your heart center. So press your hands into your chest. Okay, as you do that, take a moment to close your eyes. Welcome your breath. and know that, you know, when two or more gather together, magic really happens. So we become this master heart and master mind in our frequencies. And just for that, we can start to appreciate some gratitude. We can get into appreciation and compassion for ourselves and for the world, knowing that every one of us wants to alleviate suffering in one way, shape, or form. And part of alleviating suffering in others is alleviating suffering in ourselves. So welcome your breath. Imagine yourself like you can draw a circle in the air in front of you. Just imagine yourself creating the circumference of your sphere of compassion, your reality bubble. Go the other way. This is a portal that we step into. And then draw your nose down and up. So you're choosing to be a conduit of energy between Source, all that is, and Gaia, our planet. You are the portal, the vessel that brings Source energy to the Earth and Earth's energy up to Source. Then inhale, chin neutral. Exhale, turn your head to the left. And release the past. Release the hold on you that the past has. Okay? It's not who you are, it's just what you've been through. It's not defining you anymore. Any aspect that you link to limitation. Inhale, center, and now exhale to the right. And send a breath of acceptance of your own brilliance into the future. Imagine your brilliant self, the you that feels like they are owning all that they are, stepping to meet you in your now moment. The you that already has plenty of whatever it is that you are currently seeking to create more of. And then inhale, center, and exhale, drop your chin to your beautiful heart. And here acknowledge the wisdom within you, the divine spark that is you. And you can bring your drink to your heart at this point. Just welcome Mama Cacao as the spirit of pure compassion, unconditional love, the bringer of harmony, wherever discord is in occurrence on this planet. Inviting the sacred medicine of ceremonial cacao to melt the hearts of all, to soften the minds, to allow our souls to be activated. So we create a sacred union between our soul self and our human self. We invite the heart to lead the mind, the brain. We know that we're not cutting parts of us off, we're integrating all aspects of our being. We're bringing shadow to light. That's how we become whole again. That's how we activate fulfillment. And you can just imagine the crown of your head opening up at this point and inviting in the light that you are. And from there, I'm just going to bring the sound Ma into the earth to activate our connection to our earth chakras and the crystalline grid. The sound Om into the universe to activate our connection to our soul chakras and the divine mind grid. And the sound An from our hearts to each other, activating the divine matrix, the divine human heart grid. So this is purifying our drinks, whatever you're drinking, bringing all of these grids into activation. So what we intend, what we do, reaches far and wide. So just consider everyone you know, you love, that you want this intention to reach, this co-creation to reach. Deep breath in. let yourself breathe. Breathe those sounds into your energy field. And consciously allow your imagination to invite you to step in to your sphere of compassion. Okay, step into it. Let yourself fully expand. How big do you need it to be? Can you just imagine your roots going deep into the earth now, really deep? And imagine that they're growing wide around the planet, connecting to the mycelium network, and also going deep to the core. So some of you can imagine a beautiful tapping root going from the base of your spine into the very core of Mother Earth. What if, just what if, instead of the penetration of egg and sperm being seemingly violent, you can imagine that as your tapping root extends into the core of Gaia, Gaia's heart, Gaia's womb opens up to receive you. It's similar to Avatar, you know, and they plug into their sacred animal. Plug into Mother Earth. And just let yourself feed for a moment, okay? Just let yourself be fed. Receive source energy through the crown of your head, and also receive from below the loving embrace of Gaia. And some of you will just be able to imagine that you're breathing one up and one down. So you take a breath up and then you take a breath down. Breathe the earth up. This is the liberating current through to source. Send it up, and then next in-breath, bring down source energy. And just bring it into the earth. That feels amazing. Well done. Okay, now you can stay with your eyes closed and just receive these words, or you can gently open them if you like before we go into the co-creation. I wanted to tap into, I am owning my brilliance. I am claiming my brilliance. I am surrendering to my brilliance and intending this for the whole planet. And then recognizing that what our brilliance actually relates to is unique gifts and purpose. Unique gifts and purpose. Intense brightness of light and exceptional talent or intelligence. So are you ready to claim your exceptional talent and intelligence? Are you ready to be the intense brightness of light that is your soul truth? Are you ready to call back all parts of you that are feeling scattered and uncentered and lacking in focus, and just bring your attention to the heart? And recognizing that we're in the final day of a powerful portal. This portal is known as the Aldebaran Gateway. It's a portal that allows us to connect deeply with our inner vision and intuition so we can guide ourselves through whatever seems difficult in our lives. So call on this energy now to help you out. All right, what is it that's going to be helpful for you to see? Can you revel in what is being revealed? Can you surrender truly in any area of your life? This is just something you say yes to, affirm that you are ready to. In any area of your life, to seeing the challenges that you seem to have been facing in a different light. To look differently upon where you have felt like you've got caught up or stuck. So surrendering to your brilliance is really what this is about. Okay, it's feeling like it's time to go into this co-creation. So we intend being kind to ourselves as we see how we do what we do to ourselves. And we ask this question before we even go into the co-creation. What is it I am doing that is making things feel so hard? What is it I have been doing that has been creating a more challenge rather than has been creating fluidity, ease and grace? And now let's call in our I am presence. So you can have one hand on your lower belly, one hand on the center of your chest. Please repeat out loud with me, after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am the creation. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's most graceful, easy and joyful Ascension Paradise timeline. I am co-creating my personal paradise with grace and with ease, in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am commanding an axitonial alignment with my brilliant self, with my infinite wealth and abundance self. I am divine sacred union. I am magnetic. I am radiant. I am whole. I am seen and I am heard and I am witnessed. I am owning my brilliance. I am claiming my brilliance. I am surrendering to my brilliance. I am that I am. Just let yourself take a few breaths and invite now, as these statements take hold in your being, like firstly move your hands as you want to on your body, on your torso, on your heart, on your solar plexus. Like, wake up these energy centers to receive your brilliance, to activate your brilliance, and invite into your sphere of compassion your guides and teachers. We invite all of our guides and teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light. We invite our star families, our soul families, our angels and archangels, the ascended masters that work through us, the elementals, the nature spirits, the unicorns, the dragons, the fairies, the fairy kingdom. Whatever personal guides you have, or other elements, other beings that you connect to, other frequencies, calling in only the purest vibrations of love and light. That's so beautiful. Well done, everyone. Calling in the sacred sisterhood, the sacred fatherhood, the Holy Spirit, and affirming that we are each divine sacred union. We are that sacred union between our soul self and our human self. And so it is. And if you're new to what a sphere of compassion looks like, it's the wall of the sphere is made of trillions of little spheres, and they all spin on their own axis to the frequency of pure compassion. So they're spinning now. Every one of us has a spinning vortex around us, spinning to the frequency of compassion on a microscopic level. So make sure your legs are uncrossed, your arms are uncrossed. Let the energy flow through you. And now imagine the beautiful growing full moon basically descending upon your sphere. You can almost imagine that, if you like, our spheres are ascending into the moon. Maybe both. And the moon is resonating. You can hear the frequency, this buzz of this very powerful illuminating force, this energy that shows us where we say we want one thing but we do another. We say we want wealth but we show up in lack. We show up expecting lack. We say we want love, we show up expecting rejection or abandonment or betrayal. We say we want recognition, and yet we expect to be shunted, ignored, invisible. And that's not our choice, it's subconscious, but it's just acknowledging it, that this happens. You know, I think the biggest thing for us to clear is the expectation that it needs to be hard, it needs to be difficult. We've all been taught on some level that if it ain't hard work, it ain't worth it. So just imagine that's not true. Imagine that you can create by holding frequency. And the hard work, if you like, is the maintaining of that frequency. Beautiful. So, feeling this full moon around you, feeling all the little spheres spinning in the wall of this beautiful full moon, sphere of compassion. Before the light language starts coming through, please allow yourself to imagine now a world where you are owning your brilliance fully. And as you look around, you see everyone owning their brilliance, learning how to own their brilliance where they're not used to doing it, being guided to own their brilliance, practicing owning their brilliance. Just imagine a world where everyone is able to speak very highly of themselves and still be humble. Everyone owns what they're most passionate about, and there's no competition. There's just this real sense of, this is what I do, what do you do? And I'd love you just to hold the vision that as many humans as are on this planet, let's say 8 billion, every one of them, if you were looking at them all on this earth right now, you'd see that from source there is a bright beam of light connecting through each of these humans down into the core of Mother Earth. So every one of us has our tapping root active, our soul light activated. Yeah. And again, some of you will perceive the frequency of vibration, the sound that comes with this. So we're now going to consciously release resistance to claiming our brilliance, to owning it and to surrendering to it. I'm going to invite you just to create a small little sphere in front of your face. And as I now bring the light language through, everything that's in your being is going to start to purge into the sphere in front of you. So you'll breathe in, and as you breathe out, you'll breathe out black smoke or tar or dust or cobwebs. It will show up as it needs to. It might be worms. Just allow this release through your imagination from your cellular, molecular, atomic and subatomic memory, from the waves and particles of your quantum stream photon field, just to surrender the density that isn't your truth. So open your heart, soften your brain, and receiving now. Nishtaraya uahaya nakiya wanaya usura nachiya awanaku ueya asawana uaya sisiraya chichiya haya akaranaya uaya chiya Nishtaraya ueya awanaya ki kiranaya chiya aya ora iya chichiya. Beloved, beloved soul humans, bless you, bless you, bless you for joining us. We want you to feel safe. We want you to relax and trust. We want you to know you are held in the embrace of the divine, in the embrace of the collective, all that is. Ishtaya wanaya kora iya chichiya wanaya sura iseya aya usura kikiya haya. What do we need more than anything when we feel insecure? Chichuraya awanaya kiya. Reassurance, confidence, support, to believe in ourselves. Chichuraya chiya awana kiya aya awanaya si. Surachi awanaya iya awana. So ask for it now. Believe and trust, open to receive. Kushturaya chichiya ahaya ogaya. Asaranaya chiya. Hear through Rosie Glow's voice, Chichuraya chiya, the softness, the kindness, kiya awanaya, the softening into more of you. We are from the collective. We are the StarPeace Collective. We are the intergalactic super federation that holds the frequency of peace in our universe, in this universe. And you are all connecting to it now. So peace is all about a frequency of harmonics. There is this sense of, we are held, we are safe, we are supported. So, where are you ready to feel supported? Where is it that you're ready to feel safe? What are the areas of your life that need this now? Isaraya jueya awanaya siya wanakiya akharanaya chuchueya. Just imagine the sphere in front of you is spinning, acting like a vacuum, and drawing from you the fears, the doubts, the worries. Drawing from you the tendency to bow to the mind instead of bowing to the heart. This is the part of us that says we want something and does another. Now clearing that part of you that does the other. Allowing a release of this part of you. By acknowledging they are a part of you. Their needs are important too. The question is, what does this part of you need? This you that resists. This part of you needs to be seen, to be held, to be witnessed, to be acknowledged. Kushturaya Naya Awana. This part of you has tried so hard to keep you safe and away from what it was told it needed to protect you from. Kushturaya Chiya Awanaya Si Asaranaya. So just let it know that that doesn't need to happen anymore. Kushturaya Chiya. There is a new game that's being played. Kushturaya Awanaya Iye Awana. Ayawanaya Siye Awanaya. And this new game is the bringing to light the shadow, the energizing of our dreams, our desires through the transmuting of our fears and doubts. Kushturaya. You are all alchemists. We are all alchemists. We can do this. Haya Suraya Chiya. All you need to do at this point is release from your mouth whatever has been held inside, creating distortion and conflict, cancelling out your best intentions, neutralizing what you have been working so diligently to actualize. Aya, oi, aya, oi, achi, awana. So, beloved ones, see that sphere floating in front of you, and there may be more still coming now. Releasing from the physical, etheric, emotional, mental and astral bodies. Release the false identity. Release the need to keep doing things the same old way. Release. Beautiful. So we now bring through the infinite love flame. The infinite love flame loves up. It doesn't destroy, it loves up the frequency of density and brings it into light. So this is a powerful ally. You call it in by saying 3 times, I am divine infinite love, I am divine infinite love, I am divine infinite love. And so this pure clear flame of love comes from source, all that is. It's like a crystal clear beam of light running through your body into the core of Mother Earth, and as it anchors deep into the core, it goes from your heart as a beam into the sphere in front of you. And just allow that, knowing that this sphere is receiving this high frequency light and love, and as it's receiving it, all of the density it was catching is getting uplifted, transmuted. It is being evolved. All around there's this sense of lightness coming about. So there's no need to fight the process. You can just allow this light into the sphere, and all that density in the sphere becomes bright and light until all you see is a crystal ball in front of you, and the sphere is spinning so fast that it's like it stops. So now we have the sphere ready to be filled with your brilliance. So in order to receive this brilliance, we receive the flame that will allow us to claim our brilliance. And that is, of course, the rainbow flame coming through. So you can claim the rainbow flame. I am the rainbow flame, I am the rainbow flame, I am the rainbow flame. Ishawanaya kurayawanaya si asarana. So it's like manna falling from heaven. Let all of these beautiful crystal gems be moving down into your sphere of compassion, moving down into your energy field. All the frequencies of the rainbow that are beyond the 7 that we know. Call it 13 and beyond. And they're all surrounding you and penetrating through your skin. Going where they're most needed to go. These different flames coming together that creates the rainbow flame. And as you anchor deep into the core of the earth and spread across the planet, from your heart, that rainbow flame like a beam of light goes into the sphere in front of you. And that pure clear ball of light becomes a crystalline rainbow gem sphere. And it's like a snowball that you can shake up and see all these lovely little gems, rainbow sparkling gems, all shimmering and shining in the sphere and allowing you to be all that you are, claiming your brilliance. What are the colours that shine through for you? As you're seeing that rainbow flame in that sphere, you're seeing the version of you that is stretching and growing into their fullest potential, owning fully the light and love of the soul in this human physical body, materializing in the sphere. And as you're materializing in the sphere, you're inviting all other 8 billion beings to materialize. You're seeing every being dancing on this earth, receiving these rainbow gems. You're seeing everyone claiming, yes, yes, yes. You can feel your own skin softening to receive more of these frequencies, even as you're witnessing you forming in the sphere in front of you. So let that sphere spin faster and faster again until it seems to be still. It gets to the point that it's so fast it becomes still. And for such a tiny sphere, there's so much going on. There's you in there, skulking around, doing your funky brilliance dance, shining your light and love around the planet, standing on a rainbow planet, and activating all those around you to stand in their brilliance, in their light. Everyone's shimmering, everyone's glowing. Just imagining the capacity to evolve beyond dis-ease, discomfort, separation. And from this beautiful space, we're going to step in, but before we do, we're going to anchor. So anchor, lock and seal, recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize for graceful and gentle integration, full expression in our physical reality and all dimensions of our being. Yes, yes, yes. Let's just seed in there. I am owning my brilliance. I am claiming my brilliance. I am surrendering to my brilliance. And now imagine from your heart a beautiful rainbow bridge extending out into the sphere in front of you. And as you metaphorically step onto the sphere, onto the bridge expands the sphere. The sphere invites you in. And you meet the you that is brilliant you. You meet all the other humans in their brilliant form, connected up, light shining, dancing upon the earth. And you let yourself be held by brilliant you, embraced by brilliant you, loved by brilliant you. If it feels good just to merge, or imagine you're surrendering into their embrace. Being held by this part of you that is so connected. And so as every one of us steps in and dances with our brilliant counterpart, we get spun around, if you like, and spun and spun and spun until two become one. We merge with our brilliant self. We become that beautiful, sparkling, shimmering, brilliant self. Gems all over the skin of our being, shining out, radiating out, magnetizing all that is aligned with our brilliance. Being seen in the right places, heard by the right people, showing up in a way that allows us to own the co-creations we intend. I just imagine that beautiful radiance and brilliance spreading through all of nature, spreading through the water system, through the trees, through the mineral kingdom, through the animal kingdom, through the birds. Everywhere is receiving this upgrade. Paradise for all. And we're all claiming this, we're all surrendering to this. Amazing work. Okay, so I'm gonna command this process continues until completion. I just want to remind you all that that sphere that was in front of you has expanded to now fill up the big sphere that was surrounding you at the start. And all those little spheres that were spinning at the start are spinning now to the frequency of your brilliance. And that's what we're anchoring, okay? So commanding an axotonal alignment with our brilliant, divine, human, soul-awakened, heart-centered selves in all dimensions, all space and time. I command this process continues into its full completion. The crystalline grid, the mycelium network, all the roots of this earth are purified and upgraded. The atmosphere is cleaned up. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize for graceful and gentle integration and full expression in our physical reality and all dimensions of our being in all space and all time. So just notice how you're feeling before you come back. Notice the energy in your being. How is it resonating? What feels different? Before you start to come back and before you open your eyes, make a commitment to see through eyes of love. To love what you see, to see yourself in the purest, most loving and trusting light. And then slowly breathe in through your feet. And keep breathing now into your body. So remembering you have merged with your brilliant self. You're slowly coming into this body, bringing everything with you. Till your eyes open up. You land in this body and you can feel those gems spreading across the earth. Spreading out, going deep, doing this amazing soul upgrade for all. Well done, everybody. Well done, well done, well done. So as you're coming back, really breathe deeply into your body. We went far. We went really far. So I'm just going to pull a card or two and see what we've got here as we come back. Now, the rainbow flame is a very powerful flame, and those who come into my container, those who join me for my Fearless Adventure, receive the initiation, the energy field detox. So there's an initiation, activation, an energy field detox, and 2 integration meditations that were channeled with the specific frequencies, each of the frequencies of the rainbow flame. Now, these relate to the master teachers, the Atlantean master teachers, or the Chohans. So, you know, this is one of the bonuses that I give away to those who join my community. They're very potent, so I don't put them out in public. Like, they're really, really potent. And if there's something you'd like to get your hands on, then do book a call, do talk to me about the options, because they're part of a series of initiations. Let's just see here what we're landing into. Okay, this is interesting. So this is the card of basically letting go of responsibility of what isn't ours and claiming responsibility for what is ours. Okay, good. Yes, I'd love to know how everyone is feeling. That was huge. It took a lot for me to anchor that down. And I love you just to keep anchoring it deep down. So responsibility. Now, what we're doing is allowing old ways to die so new ways can be birthed. That is the Phoenix. So that is the block to the responsibility piece, is letting go of the old ways that we've been showing up in the world. Part of that, the here and now. How interesting is the composting we've just done. We've just literally gone through a co-creation to transmute the old ways of being, okay? The old ways of being overly responsible for things that are not in our power and not responsible enough for the things that are. That's what we're doing here with the here and now, and this leads to us each activating our inner magic man. And our inner magic man is basically the part of us that we can say, this is what I want, and we can trust that this part of us is going to go out and get it for us, go out and help us to co-create it and start that intention into action. It's already manifesting. Now we obviously need to follow instructions and deal with resistance and, you know, have the tools to work through that. And I think for me, one of the most important things I've had to learn on this journey is not to keep forcing myself to do things I don't want to do. If I'm honest with myself, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do that. Asking that question, is there another way? What brings me more joy? How could I do this differently? And, you know, to accept that different people have different ideas. So Nicole's saying, thank you, all that light blasts out, all darkness feels so much lighter. Good, good, good. Anyone else got any comments before we finish? Just want to make sure everyone is back. Oh, welcome back. So, you know, just to bring this into an awareness of what we can all do with this now, because obviously this is on YouTube. The moon is going to be peaking, I believe, on Sunday, so it's not for another few days. It's going to be building, so you can listen back to this co-creation whenever you want. You could also record on your phone just the co-creation bit, so you can listen to it as you go to sleep at night or as you wake up in the morning. But the process of owning your brilliance, consider now, journal it. What does that mean? Comment. You owning your brilliance, what does that mean now? Where are you going to be stepping forward instead of playing small? Where are you going to own your big idea that no one else came up with but you did? Where are you going to beat your drum and say, I am that I am? Because every one of us is here to do that. We're not here to worry about being tall poppies. We're not here to play small and to be wallflowers so we don't upset others. If we claim our brilliance, we, yes, get others out of their complacent state and invite them to step forward and claim their brilliance too. That's how we support each other to grow. And it can be very easy to feel overwhelmed and like everyone else is better than me. No, 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 no. You are brilliant too. So what is your brilliance? What are they reflecting to you? Yeah, it's really lovely to ask those you love to reflect to you what they love about you. There's a lot of that going on at the moment. Like, what do you love about others? What do you see in yourself that you want to energize more? Please make sure you drink lots of water over the next 24 hours. Spend time in nature. Allow this co-creation to really go deeper, all right? And remember that we're also coming towards the solstice at this point. So in the northern hemisphere, this is the longest day, and this brilliant light is shining, shining, shining so brightly that anything we ask a question about, we will start to see what we need to see. And sometimes the truth can feel very uncomfortable, right? So, you know, give yourself permission to rest. And also, please do come into the Manifesting StarPeace Utopia Facebook group, because as we come to the solstice, I'll be offering an activation and I'll be offering some form of masterclass. And what I really feel passionate to talk about is more of the language I use so it makes sense for people. So in particular, what it means to see the world multidimensionally is going to be the theme for me of this solstice. And how to know whether you're more in the 3D, 4D or 5D world, and what it's going to take for you to shift up a notch, and how to work with all three, because we need them all. Okay, we're not here to operate just in one frequency, but we are here to learn how to actually align with the frequency we want to materialize. And you can't get from 3D to 5D without 4D, all right? So I'll be sharing more with you what that actually means and some of the common trappings of being in the fourth dimension, which, you know, a lot of the spiritual world is. And actually how to be able to use it as a bridge rather than as a space that we get lost in and we limit ourselves with. So I'm really looking forward to hearing so much more about that, Katka. You were actually one of the beings that inspired my desire to go deeper into communicating more about multidimensional consciousness. The other thing is, what is this new earth about? You know, what does it mean to be heart-led, soul-inspired? Well, that's what that 3-day challenge was about, so you can check that out. It's really useful, even if you don't see yourself as a leader yet. And, you know, are we all star seeds? How do we prepare to actually bring more star seeds to this earth without them getting traumatized? I'm actually planning to offer a course, and again, I'd love to know, for those of you who are interested in preparing to conceive, gestate, birth and nurture star seeds. So what I mean is souls that have come here to seed peace on this earth. You know, how to prepare to have a conscious pregnancy, birth and parenting journey, if you like. There's so many different mainstream things we need to navigate, and you know, we see people generally following the system or going completely the other extreme, but there's all these others in the middle. So how can we make the best choices for ourselves? That's something that I'm intending to do, and there's a few of you in my community I'm going to be inviting into that. For now, remember what I said about the calls, the Belief Breakthrough call and the Divine Destiny call. These are opportunities for you to spend a little bit of time with me one-to-one, get a sense of what it means to be in my energy, and for us to potentially work together if you'd like to. If you're like, no, damn it, I just want to book a desire mapping call and find out about the options, you can do that too. That's a complimentary call. But if you want to have the experience of something that you can then have a recording of and go back to, then that will be the Belief Breakthrough call, which is the what did I call it? I called it the StarSeed Activation call, and also the Divine Destiny Healing call, which is all about preparing yourself for your Divine Destiny ride. So there'll be information in the text box about both of those. I don't have payment links yet. You're just going to have to let me know that you're interested, so you can join my Rosanna Hannis website, you can join my Rosy Glow website, and actually I'll put the link to StarPeace Consciousness because that's what this is all about. Completely forgot about that. If you haven't yet checked out StarPeace Consciousness, please go onto that website and have a look at the manifesto I've created. This is my vision of a new world paradigm, and if you like the sound of it and you would like to energize it, please add your name to it. And that way we're going to get closer and closer to 800 million signatures, which is 10% of the population, which, according to the book, The Tipping Point, is all we need in order for this idea to spread like wildfire and to become what we all expect. And that's what excites me. That is what gets me really passionate. So, yeah, that's my invitation to everyone to participate. There's a whole load of other ways that you can do it that are all explained in that actual website. And as I said, all you need to do is join the Manifesting StarPeace Utopia Facebook group. If you want to communicate with me, I can DM you through there, or you can join my mailing list on rosyglow.com. If you've already signed up to this so you get the replay, then you'll do it that way. But it's all in the text box, so have a read. I'm sending you all loads of love. Thank you so much for participating. And remember the multidimensional yoga as well. I always forget to talk about that. But if you want to join me for some fertility, creative sexual fertile energy activation, light body activation, manifest like a badass activation, move through your menopause with grace and ease yoga, that's what the multidimensional yoga is all about. And it is for all beings, okay, regardless of gender or non-gender. So if you want to get into it, I'll put the link down. You can sign up, give it a go. It's all online, and I'm live twice a week. Loads of love for now. Thank you all so much, and thank you for your comments, likes and subscribes.
Recording